Hello, traders. Okay, so today is Friday, July 5th. That's my second video today. First video, I recapped what happened on July 3rd. Let's look at what the market did today. So today, on relatively low volume, we got about 40 million on SPY today. It's pretty low, but we had a nice trend day. And so what gave this away is first we start off on a bullish 1OP cycle, and we do we start flat, so no danger of selling off. We immediately start with two bullish hammers, a doji, and then another bullish hammer, and then we end up above VWAP again. Right around here is when I think I took a trade, but then we have this large sell-off, but then immediately we regained this candle within 15 minutes, and we're back above VWAP. So throughout the day, we just float higher. We have just dojis, green candles. We do have some selling, but generally we float higher, and there's no big long red bars, and that's largely because there's no big green bars, so we don't really attract sellers. When you see like a trend like this, there's just constant pressure on the ask, and so we float higher. So with this in mind, most of today's good plays were actually, in fact, all of them were longs. So we'll go to our my picks that I was looking at. And you know what? I didn't really do a good job putting a list together. There was a couple of things we could look at. So I made a trade on ARM. So let's look at that first. So in ARM, let's go to the M5 here. This is a kind of the ideal setup that I was looking for. So where we gap up, we have a lot of buying, and then we have some selling. So that's the profit taking. But then immediately we close above VWAP. So this candle is where I entered. And the reason why I felt like it was a high probability entry was just because you defended the gap, and short sellers, profit takers, they weren't able to overwhelm the buying. This bullish hammer is another very bullish sign. So we closed above VWAP. I actually got a $5 gain from these two candles right here within 10 minutes. And I sold because I sold somewhere up here because we actually extended beyond the ATR. So, I felt like most of the day's gains were in these two candles. And then we happened to actually close at the high again. So you would have made money if you just did not get stopped out. But I actually sold here. Now, this chart isn't the most amazing, but it showed a pattern that I recognized. If we go to Tesla, Tesla, we start off with some selling, and we get back above VWAP. But the thing is so here you think maybe it's the same setup, and I mean you could have entered, but at that moment, ARM showed a better setup to me. This one had both tails and wicks, and then when you close above VWAP here, you enter here. Again, immediately started seeing this wick, so I didn't enter. And then it was choppy throughout with mixed overlapping candles. But you could have bought anywhere in here, and because it was a market trend day, eventually it pushed it up back to a high. But clearly today there's a lot of profit taking. So not like the best day of trading for Tesla. CF, I believe this is something I wanted to go short on, and they're just, technically this setup. So we start green, we hit the previous day's anchored VWAP, and then we come back down and we close below VWAP. So if you could have set an entry somewhere at VWAP, you see here, it is sloped downward very aggressively. You could have actually profited on this move. I think I was just too busy watching ARM at this moment, but you definitely had an opportunity for probably a good 50-cent gain just on this. But the thing is like shorts today were not going to perform with this trend day. Eventually the market will push up all of these shorts. WBA had the same issue. So like, again, right here, you had an entry and then you could have made a good move here before the trend day push everything back up. But like I said, I was just too busy focusing on ARM and managing this one trade because I knew it was running higher. Cenex, no trade. This is, not what you want to go long on. Costco. Now this is like something that I need to work on, which is, went long ARM, got a good win there, and then I relaxed. So I wasn't flipping through charts because like I had an opportunity, after right here. So you see, after I took that trade with ARM, you could have seen that, okay, we got some profit takers and then big bullish hammer off of previous days anchored VWAP. You get a little bit of retracement here with this doji, but then we stack another green candle and then stack. So we stacked 4 green candles with tails. And then here you even get a slight pullback, so you get a nice entry at the 8 EMA. If you got in here, I mean, look, you just ride the train. ICE, this one is one of my bullish picks, but we never got close to yesterday's high, so wasn't really looking to trade this. JD is a short I'd like to do, but not a data short. Same with Square. AVGO surprisingly just did not continue. So you'd expect like a green day today with all the other stocks that went up, but it didn't. Microsoft also provided a nice entry immediately off the bat because you stacked these 3 green candles. So you could have gone in here, ride the momentum upward, or you could have gotten here when we tested VWAP again and we bounced. So entering somewhere around here, you still have an opportunity. Let's say you get in on this doji. Let's see here. You get, maybe you're at like 466. So 466, and you still make like $1, and maybe like a 75-cent gain here. So FSLR tested an SMA up here and then bounced. So this is looking up to be a good short again. In fact, you could have actually played that bounce. So you immediately see here you bounce, then you're below VWAP, and then you're below previous day's anchored VWAP, and you can enter. You see these here. If you had a sell order somewhere up here, 225.40, you easily made this move right here and gotten a few dollars profit. So again, it just depends if you're watching or not. AMAT, no trades, CRM. CRM, actually, this is nice. It actually closed a little higher above these SMAs. So that's what we're looking for. It defended that gap. And so this is setting up to be pretty bullish. Not trade here. Neither is Nvidia. There's Airbnb, Lyft. Now Lyft, we want to short this. We do see like long wicks, but we have a lot of mixed overlapping candles. There's not really anything you want to trade here. However, I will point out that by around here, you can establish that VWAP is actually sloping downward. So if you set a sell order right at VWAP, you could have profited. You would have eventually would have accelerated. It would have broke this compression. Again, another good sign is previous day's anchor VWAP is also downward sloping. Whereas here it's flat. So even this selling here accelerated. And so let's say you entered somewhere near VWAP here. Let's say this candle, the high is, let's see, 1335, and maybe you sell, I don't know, let's say here, the high here, 30, so that's like a 30-cent profit, so CVS sold immediately off the bat, but lots of long tails here, not something you want to short. Adobe eventually broke above VWAP, and here's your entry. So once this closed here, yes, this candle closed, you could have gone in at VWAP and just ridden this to profit the rest of the day. HIMS, not really, no trade here. So now the thing that was missing is that we did not have, or we weren't looking for some of the big tech stocks near their all-time highs. So this is now in my picks for Monday. So what we missed out on was Meta again. So Meta stacked 3 green candles today, and then it was just off to the races. You could have entered here and made money. TPX is a good short. It's really weak when it's doing this on a trend day. Tesla, let's see. Tesla, we're just looking to continue our trend strength here. Delta Airlines, again, really weak, even with that trend day. So that's on our list. Intel had a breakout. So you go to the D1 here. And we finally break out of this compression. One thing to note is historical IVs are extremely low. So this is a good cheap call that you can buy, because with this breakout, we're going to look and see if we add on to it. We closed above VWAP. A lot of good signs here. AAP, nice downtrend. Might get into AMD. AMD broke out of this compression. Now there is some horizontal resistance, so we're going to see if we work our way up above these, but we've broken through this 100 SMA. We're above all major SMAs, and we're above anchored VWAP, so it's pretty bullish now. We've had this compression for a long time. Let's see here, since more or less since April 4th. So, okay. Love broke down through all major SMAs and anchored VWAP. So this is a good short right now. Look at this compression. So we're going to have lots of energy that we expended today on this. If you got on the sell signal here and you're watching this, maybe a good thing would have been to eyeball this and then have put a price alert here, and you could have gone in somewhere around here, but this type of trend can continue the next day, so that's what we're looking for. PLTR, same thing. We're looking to continue its trend strength. UAL, another short. Airline stocks are just weak. Micron, again, the chip stocks did not do as well except for AMD today. So with Micron, we are looking to possibly short here because we broke through AVWAP-E. Actually, we anchored up here because that was earnings. And we tested the 50 SMA, bounced off that. We're going to retest it. So if we break that, we have some clear downside. Walmart, very bullish today. Again, we're going to look at some trend strength. ARM, AI, Costco, Netflix, NVO, Google. All of these are at their all-time high. So with Google, LOY, we have Microsoft, and Apple. Again, like a lot of these are at the all-time highs, and so we want to see if they have any buying power strength, like 15 minutes after the open on Monday. That's what we're looking for. If we're above VWAP, market is showing at least neutral, then we're gonna have possibly a good entry point for these stocks that are so bullish. FSLR. Again, this is something that bounced off the 50 SMA, so we're looking to short again. Of course, Apple, DDOG, Adobe, I'm looking to go long. Net, Aren, long. Win and CVX are my two short picks. So I do have like 5 or 6 short picks, and then most of them are long picks. And the reason why I have so many picks is because I'm just looking for those that will have volume, that have good setups on Monday, that continue their trend. That gives us an easy entry and a safe way to quickly move into profit and then just manage the trade from there. Anyways, that is all.